Hello, guys. Welcome to Saturday School. I know it's Memorial Day weekend. However, when you are in business for yourself, you stay true to your obligations. And so that is why I am here today. And also, I got to thinking, and I'm like, you know what? Like, as a veteran, um, I do want to, even though it's Saturday, I know it's the official day is Monday, but I definitely so grateful that I was able to, serve my country, do my time. And then I'm still here to like keep my journey and keep my story going. I'm grateful that I'm still here, right? Able to do the things that I want to do. And I always think about it as a lot of people know some of the bits and pieces of my story and my journey. My life has been saved so many times. And oftentimes, when I think about the opportunities that I've been given, like those are the thoughts that always come back to me is like, how dare I squander my life, my time, the opportunities, the gifts, my talents, like just everything that I've either been given or everything that's been put in my proximity that I see as an opportunity to do better for myself. It's like, how dare I squander it? And so one of the obligations to my business is to show up, on Saturdays, to serve my community, to share my enthusiasm and my excitement for what I have my hands on. Because literally over the past like 4.5 months, my life literally has been changed financially in such a big way because of this digital marketing course that I not only use for myself, but that I sell every single day to other people. And what do I mean by every single day is every single day I have efforts that are put out there to share this course with other people that have really, really good intentions of wanting to learn how to make money online. Fact of the matter is, I know that nobody wants to learn how to make money online for the sake of learning digital marketing or learning how to sell digital products. We want to learn, right, so that we actually can make money. And I think for a lot of us, regardless what that financial amount looks like we're looking to change our lives in one way or in one fashion, right? And so I understand the gravity of what I have my hands on. I know what it's been able to do for me in a very, very short span of time. And so I'm always, right, trying to show up and share a message to inspire and empower another person to get on this journey sooner versus later. So that's why the title today is What This Digital Marketing Course Can Do For You. Not beating around the bush. I'm here to talk to you about not only the state of digital marketing and what you may not understand and know, but to also let you know what this digital marketing course can in fact do for you, in case you have been introduced to it wrong, or maybe you have the wrong idea around it, or maybe you just don't know like how needed this is in your journey to help you go from where you are right now to where you want to go. As I was kind of gathering my thoughts, I'm going to share some of the things that I actually talked about on Thursday. That live isn't up anymore. I privated that live. But I feel really compelled to share some of the thoughts I shared on Thursday. But some other things came to my mind that I think it's really important to share, because I've been trying to wrap my head more and more around, like, why do I feel so like emotional about this course? Why do I feel so emotional, that people get their hands on this information? And it's because I know what it's been able to do for me. But more importantly, I've been trying to figure out like why it's been able to do this for me, like why it's had such an impact, so that I can help other people really, really see like the importance of this, being someone that's not new to this space, but that's been in this space, for 16 years, going on 17 years this August. Like, why did it have such a big impact on me? And I realized that when things are taught in an organized way, right? So it kind of goes back to like attitude reflects leadership. And if you're out there live, feel free to say hello. Would love to say hello back to you. I am full of gratitude that you are kicking it with me here today. I don't know where you are, but it's beautiful here. I got up earlier, got my nails done, knew I was going to go live. It's beautiful, beautiful here. But again, the obligation I have to my business, which you're here, the likelihood is you feel some obligation to where you want to go or for what you want to learn. So I salute you for actually being here. And again, I am full of gratitude that you decided to meet me here today. But here's the thing that I realized is that there were times through my 16-year journey And I hope that this can help you, even if you're brand spanking new, wanting to learn how to start making money online. The reason I emphasize that you're not going to go out there and watch a bunch of free YouTube videos, despite what you might hear a lot of the naysayers saying, is because I realize, because of the way I learned everything, which was very piecemeal together. It's kind of like as I needed to know it, it was brought to my awareness, and then I learned it, and then I added it onto my business. But I realized that I operated the majority of the time over these 16 years in a very chaotic state, right? Some of the things that come to mind is that I was very, very unorganized. I was chaotic with the way that I did things. I was very spontaneous and unpredictable. Like, let me know if you can relate to any of these things. Very, very indecisive. I was not reliable, and I was not loyal to myself, right? Like, how can you be loyal to anything or anyone if you can't even be loyal to, your decisions and the choices that you're making? I was constantly changing, and it wasn't necessarily shiny object syndrome. It's just the fact that I loved to hop around. I loved to be in multiple things. I loved promoting things. I hated the feeling like I was missing out on things, that fear of missing out, like seeing people gravitate towards something and wanting to be there too. Like, I dealt with that a lot. So here's the thing. I was never really taught digital marketing in a well-organized way. So when I learned digital marketing, when I was first getting started, because I am naturally a go-getter, and if I want something, I'm going to go for it, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get it. It wasn't hard for me to take action with little information. However, right, over the years, right, because I wasn't taught things in an organized way, and here's the big thing, I didn't really understand the bigger picture. Right? Like, I saw really great examples ahead of me of people that were making money and having success, but still the big picture of why you want to do certain things, like, it just wasn't presented to me in a way where it was like, okay, I'm going to build my email list because of XYZ, right? I'm going to pick one platform and just stick to that one platform, because of XYZ. I didn't know to be reliant upon having a complete business system, right? And I didn't understand the gravity or the benefits of actually like sticking to that system and being more dependent and reliant on my systems versus looking at what the outcome, or looking at my results, right? And flip-flopping and making decisions and choices based upon what I was seeing. Right. So there's so many things, because I didn't have the bigger picture, and because I didn't really learn all of this in an organized way. Right. Well, guess what? Attitude reflects leadership. Right. So my attitude was, I saw and I did what other people were doing, which I saw a lot of people, even the leaders at that time that I followed and that I looked up to, constantly adding on to their business and doing very chaotic things and being very unorganized and jumping around from thing to thing, like all of these things, being spontaneous, right? Not being loyal. So it's like, because I believe that's what it took, that's what I actually did. Like, it's taken me some time to really figure out like why this course has so much influence over my success right now. And it's because, even as somebody that's been in the game for so long, I have an organized way of refining all of my skills now. I have an organized way of taking all of this in. I have an organized way of thinking out my business. I have an organized way, of getting things set up, everything about my business, right? It allowed me to realize that I was focused on the wrong things before, right? And that now here is the right way to focus. So if you're out there, right, and you want to learn how to make money online, you want to get serious about this, whether you're just getting started and you know nothing, right? Like, this is the course that's going to help you with that. And if you've been on the struggle bus and you've been in and out of money making programs and money making opportunities and following this mentor and that mentor and this leader, and you really believe that your lack of success lies in the program or the opportunity that you've chosen, right? Or even the mentor, anything external, right? To you getting solid, right, on what you want and staying true to what you want, you're going to constantly find yourself struggling and AKA failing in that way. I know I don't have anyone in the live chat with me, but if you are feeling that, feel free, right, to share it in the live chat, because if I can sit here and admit that over being here for 16 years and realizing like why this course is so big to me, right? The likelihood is if you've been struggling or if you've been out there trying to get started, right? Maybe you don't understand like how important making such, it's a small, but yet a really, really big decision when it comes to where you ultimately want to go and what you want to get out of this. All right. And so I do want to talk just a little bit. In my email, I said it's story time. And like where I was when I encountered this course was I was at a phase in my business where I really needed to pivot. I wanted to pivot. I desired to pivot. I didn't like the business that I was growing at that time, but it took a really big decision because it meant like completely cutting off the income stream that I had. But I knew when I pivoted, right, I knew what it was that I wanted. And I knew that the way that I understood it and saw it, it was going to be really, really impossible to get that out of my current situation. And I want you to think about where you are right now. What has you online looking for a way to start learning how to make money online? What has you looking for a better option, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it is for each and every one of us. We're all looking for a better option, right? And so when I was looking for that better option, I knew what I wanted, but I wasn't solid or sold on any vehicle to get me there. There were a lot of things that I could have chosen to do and a lot of things I could have chosen to promote, but I was really, really careful. And I felt like I knew that when that thing was presented to me, like I would know it was the right thing. And there were definitely a couple of things that I knew like the thing I was going to promote had to have. So it made it really, really easy for me to stay clear of things that didn't serve that. Again, really, really important, right? Which again, that's one of the reasons I love this course so much is because in the very, very beginning, we help you get clear on your business vision, clear on what it is that you want, right? So you understand, how to make decisions that support the ultimate goal that you want, which if you're like me, it's probably financial freedom, financial peace of mind, right? All of those really important things. We can't have any of that if we are hopping all over the place, and we again, monkey mind, squirrel brain, all of those individual things. And so literally like when this course found me, I literally did nothing with it at first, right? I got it at a really, really great investment because that's what was priced at that time. And I just didn't know what it was. I didn't dive in immediately. It was something that, again, it was like really knee jerk when I invested in it. And then someone that I was speaking with, they talked about this. And I was like, wait a second, isn't that sad? I think I bought that. So sad. But again, like, I just want to be honest with you. And so I dove back in and immediately my thought was, oh my gosh, the people in my world on my email list, the people that I know are struggling, they need this information. And so once I was solid and sold that I could stand behind this, I went ahead and I got my system set up. I took like the weekend and I got my money getting system set up so that I could begin to sell this course. And I got out there and I started sharing a message around how people needed this, right? How everyone else needed this, right? And I did a bunch of content and I made a bunch of sales, and that was my message initially. Then when I really started diving into it for myself, because there was just still some disconnect, right, with where I wanted to go compared to where I was. And I knew that there were areas in my business that needed to be fixed. Like I knew, right, that I needed to refine some skills. I needed to look at my business differently. I knew that based upon what I was seeing, that there was no way that I was going to get to point B, right, until I created the proper bridge. And again, that's what this course is to me. It is a bridge to help people go from, I don't know how to make money online effectively. I don't know how to create content. I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to build an email list. Right? I don't know how to create digital products. I don't know how to put together a funnel or a website, right? Like I don't know. However, I know that I want to not only make my first monies, but get to a place where I'm generating money, where I'm bringing about financial peace of mind, financial freedom, right? That this is actually leading me someplace. And there's a gap, right? And unless you change things or do or introduce the steps that are going to help you get there, there's no bridge. So the likelihood is of you getting there is very, very slim to none. And so when I realized that there were definitely deficiencies in my business that if I didn't fix, that I was going to keep getting the same thing Like, let me know if this is speaking to you. And so that's when I started diving into the course and taking ownership of my journey. I realized that, and here's exactly where so many people go wrong, is they don't want to invest in education. They just want to invest in opportunity. And I see it time and time again. People that struggle stay struggling because they made the mistake that I made, right, when I first got my hands on this course, which was, oh, I'm just going to keep promoting and doing the same things that I was doing before. But those same things weren't expansive enough to get me the growth that I wanted. Again, let me know if this is making sense to you. And I said, but wait a second, I have this whole course in my hand. Like, why am I not diving in? Why do I think I already know everything, right? Why am I not diving in and learning how to fix key areas of my business, right? So that I can build that bridge that would take me from where I was ultimately to where I wanted to go. When I started diving in and I started realizing, right, well, there are certain areas of my business where I'm not walking the walk. Right? Things weren't growing the way it should be growing. And I knew that if I could just handle one area, then the other areas would all make room for themselves. And that's what I did. I started fixing my business by refining my own skills, right? And again, learning the business of online business in a very, very organized way. And then I began to organize my thoughts around a plan. And then I began to create an organized plan to actually follow. And that moved me from a state of being chaotic, just kind of throwing content out there like a lot of people do, to then being very, very organized and thoughtful, mindful, intentional, on purpose about every piece of content that I create. And when I did that, that is when my business like literally changed what felt like overnight. So getting organized, right? Doing things in a certain way. All right. So again, hear me out. Learning, right, in an organized way. That's what the course gives. It allows you to learn everything in an organized way. And I have to laugh because even when people have this organized way of learning, they don't even want to learn. Like, they don't want to just trust the process. And I realize that's why so many people fail, is because they just won't stick through the lessons. They just won't follow what's in front of them. And then they just won't do it. And because they think that they should learn and pick up things and see things and all these things really, really quickly, right? Then they want to blame the thing and hop onto something else. But then they bring that same attitude, that same mentality, that same thought process into that thing. And guess what? The same lack of success, the same calamity, everything follows them. And so for me, when I realized, wait a second, I have an organized way to learn all this stuff, an organized way to pick up all this stuff, an organized way to think through my business. Like, Steph, what are you doing? So when I got organized, right, I got the organization, I began to think about my business in an organized way. I literally slowed down and I realized, Steph, just because you're busy out there doing things doesn't mean it's the most effective thing to do. So when I got more organized with every single thing that I did, I actually started working less in my business because everything I was doing, I did in a more organized, intentional, on purpose way. And so, like, as an example, right now, my average uploaded video gets over 1,000 views within the first week of it being uploaded. Prior to that, my average videos were barely getting 100 views. And so I was doing like 2 to 3 videos a week or 2 to 3 lives a week to maybe only get a couple of hundred collective views because they weren't well thought out, right? They were just things I was doing. So as you can see, by just getting, again, plugging into the right information, organizing my thoughts, being intentional, one uploaded piece of content, right, 10 times the amount of views that I was getting collectively from a handful of videos. And because I got organized in that way, well, guess what? Because they're more thought out, they're more intentional. Well, guess what? Now they live on longer. So I'm still getting views, right? Months after I've uploaded content. So it's like, not only is my new content working for me, but the content that I created weeks and months prior, it's still getting views every single day as well. So I've set myself up to actually work less, but now I get way better results. All right. I went from like making hardly, when I say no money for me. Okay. Understand the time I've been in this industry, but I was still having to work so hard and I didn't know what it was going to look like every single month. Equate that to wherever you are right now in your life. If you're here because you're like, I know there's got to be a better way to earn, right? Like I can't just be reliant upon these 25-cent raises every year. Or, maybe you're someone where you become reliant upon overtime. Oh my gosh, when I worked as a nurse, there were so many people I knew that were reliant upon overtime so much that when we had to cut back on overtime, they struggled because their lifestyle, right, had stretched where they needed the overtime in order to survive. And trust me, I know how that felt because when I started working overtime, it gets really, really addictive when you see your paycheck go way up, right, within a couple of weeks. It gets really, really addictive, right? And so again, but for business, I always thought there's got to be a better way. That's what always attracted me to entrepreneurship. There's got to be a better way, not to trade time for every single dollar and to do things and learn things in a certain way where, again, we could take advantage of this amazing digital space to allow us to do a little bit of something and then be able to reap amazing rewards and results from it. So as I started working less, right, my income started going way up. Okay, I don't want to assume you know my journey, you know my story. And again, because I want to talk about the gravity of this digital marketing course, I want to tell you what it's done for me. All right. In January, and that's when I felt like my feet hit the ground on January 1, and I just had a new perspective on my business. I still wasn't doing everything correctly at that time, but I just had this renewed vision of this is going to be the year, right? Like this is going to be the year. And so in January, I was still going live a whole lot, like almost every day I was going live. I didn't have a true strategy, right? But in January, I made just shy of $7,000, right? I felt like I should have earned more. Again, that's a month where I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm okay. I still felt good though, in a sense, because the way the sales were coming in, it was very, very indicative, right? That my process was starting to kick in, right? It's because sales were just happening in a very, very organized, systematic way. I wasn't like, they weren't telegraphed. I didn't know they were coming. I wasn't closing sales. They were literally just coming in. So it was very indicative that I was starting to do things right. In February, right? So in January, I earned just shy of 7,000. In February, which was a short month, and that's why it blew my mind so much, right? I earned over $10,000 in that month. So we're not talking collective earnings. We're talking per month. All right. So I went from just shy of 7,000 in January to 2 or 3 days less in February. And I earned over $10,000 in February. Right. Then we came March, right? March was my birthday month. And so I took a week off for the most part. And in March, I earned over $14,000 in March, 14 and some change, right? Are you spotting this? Now it was right around February to March timeframe where I began to figure out my rhythm and my flow. I began to realize, wait a second, going live every day is not the play. It's very chaotic. Again, all these things I talked about. And that's when I really started diving into the things I was learning from the course, right? Establishing my niche, getting solid on my messaging, understanding my vision, like all of these core fundamental things. And so I slowed my business down. And by slowing it down and being way more thoughtful over everything I did, right? That's when I fell into a routine of only uploading a piece of content on Monday. And as you can see, right, from February to March, right, again, I grew, I think from February to March, that's when I grew by 37.5% or whatever, right? So just over 14,000 in the month of March, which was huge. I took a whole week off. And then in April, right, I did just at 20,000. In April, I did just at, we're in May right now. Gosh, it's so crazy because the year is going, I feel like it's going by so slow, but it's so fun because I want the year just to keep on because, again, it's fun when your business starts to do this. And then so in April, again, hit just at 20,000. And this month, May, right, the track I'm on, I'm going to exceed last month's number as well. Again, that's what this digital marketing course can do for you. You can start from wherever you are and decide that you're going to start learning business correctly. That you're going to start over if you have to. You're going to course correct if you have to. You're going to decide to start correctly instead of just investing into something to promote when you don't know how to make money, or going out there and buying a bunch of digital products that you don't know how to sell. That you're going to decide to learn this business correctly. All right. So that's where I was when I got my hands on this course. Right. My ultimate goal is 6-figure months. So I'm looking at $1 million a year. That's my ultimate goal, is 6-figure months. And that's why my experience, what I'm going through, is so pleasing, because it's growth every single month. So literally it is just a matter of me trusting the process, following the process, right, before my business is at 6-figure months. Now, what gets me really excited about that is the sustainability part. All right, whether you're live or you watch the replay, type in sustainability. Because that was something I realized I didn't want to sacrifice. I didn't want to just go out there and make a bunch of money. I've done that before, and it was never sustainable, right? I've done really, really big launches. I've made a lot of money in very short spans of time. It was never sustainable. I never just kept repeating it, and I never kept building upon it. Where with this, I'm like, okay, if this keeps happening, by the end of this year, I very well could grow right into a 6-figure a month business. And the thing that inspires me the most about that is the fact that other people are out there already doing it. And I position myself to learn and to model what other people are doing to get these kind of results for myself. And it all started with this course. So whether you have something else you want to promote and you just can't make money with it because you just can't figure out this digital marketing thing, right? This digital marketing course that I sell can help you learn the skills to sell anything you want online. If you feel like you don't know where to start because you don't have anything to sell, which stops a lot of people from getting started, you can actually get started by selling this digital marketing course as your first digital marketing, or as your first product, as your first digital product, which was exactly how I got started many, many, many years ago when I first came online. I think it's the most brilliant way to start if you don't already have your mind on something that you're excited about, that you're passionate about, that you could talk about every single day, because it's already made for you. It's already created. And through the training, through the course, you're going to learn how to fully get it set up so you can begin stepping out there and focusing on the most important part of your business, which is your marketing and your promotional skills. Right? Developing those through the course, honing them by taking action, and mastering them right through the consistency of taking those actions. All within the course. You can get completely set up for online business success with what is just in the course. That's what makes it so beautiful for someone that knows nothing about making money online, but has the desire to learn and wants to get out there and begin earning quickly. Don't believe the lies that it has to take you a long period of time. It does not. I made my first 28 sales in my first 30 days of being online when I was a brand new person, because I wanted to make money fast. I wanted to learn, and I wanted to make money fast. I wanted results fast. So I did the things that allowed me to make the sales, which was my marketing and my promotional skills. And that's why getting started in this way with this digital marketing course, it equips you to be able to do exactly what I did way back in 2007 when I first came online. Get out there and begin advertising, marketing, and promoting, right, really, really quickly. And so every day, we went back talking about, right, unorganized, chaotic, all these things. I fight myself almost every single month. I won't say every single week, and it certainly isn't every single day. Every single month on, should I do more? Should I expand? Again, our natural ways of thinking, they're always there. So I am a very, I don't want to say spontaneous. I am a very, I forget what the word, I can't even think of it right now. But I just like to go. I just like to do. I can be very chaotic. I can be very spontaneous, right? I can be very like, I can have monkey mind. I can have squirrel brain. And so every month I do fight that, but I fight that, right, so that my business can keep doing what it's doing. I fight that so I can continue to be a good example to those that want to grow this kind of business for themselves, right? I fight all of those impulses, right? So that I can keep showing up and letting people know, like, this is where you want to be if you actually want to have and grow and learn, right, how to run an adult business. I don't mean an adult business that way. That sounded really bad. Not an adult business, right? But a grown-up business, right? A business where it's not just a hobby. A business where you can tell somebody what you do, right? And have confidence, right? That you actually really do have a business, right? Not that you're just trying your hand at something, but that you actually have a business and it's amazing, right? That is what this information can do for you, right? So no matter what you want to sell, you can set yourself up, right, to gain these skills and get out there and really start making some serious money for yourself. All right. So again, if you're out there live, feel free to say hello. Now, just a couple of stats that I want to share with you. That I think is so important, because again, sometimes I don't think we understand the gravity of why we should do things, or why people are having all this success, why people are, jumping on this digital marketing wave. First off, because no matter what you want to sell online, you have to learn digital marketing. And so the term has really taken over because people are realizing it's these digital marketing skills that are causing success. But there definitely are some stats that you need to know, so you're making a wise decision, right, to get serious about digital marketing for yourself and for your business. It's not going to go anywhere. It's only going to become a bigger wave. When I got started in 2007, I don't think it was called digital marketing. We were like online business, internet marketing, everything but digital marketing, right? But the definition of digital marketing is using the internet, right? Brands like us, individuals like us, using the internet and digital communication to connect with buyers. That's all that it is. If you can't connect with buyers, you don't have a business. You will not make money. So you have to learn how to use the internet and digital communication to connect with people that want to buy products and services that you offer. You can't do that, right? You can't make money. So it's like if you've been out there struggling, it gives different meaning to what you see happening. It gives different meaning to watching me do videos. It gives different meaning when you see someone doing reels, because you realize, oh, they're not dancing and they're not doing these things just because they want to. They're actually doing these things to connect with potential buyers. Like, let me know if that's eye-opening. You really begin to look at it differently, because you're like, wait a second, I thought they were just dancing and acting a fool. But no, that's just their way to connect with potential buyers. There's so many ways, but you have to learn at least a way to use the internet and digital communication to connect. And for me, YouTube has been that place for me. It's been that thing for me. So I don't do videos to just educate people for free. I educate for free. I do what I do because it connects me with buyers, right? Where a percentage of those that might be out there consuming the free information end up buying, right, my digital product or anything that I want to put out there. That's been what's happened for me over these 16 years. So y'all, that's what digital marketing is. So do you see how we can't avoid it? We can't evade it. We can't ignore it. Right? When we sit here and we're like trying to figure out what to do, it's because you don't understand. First of all, you have to learn digital marketing before you even figure out what you want to sell. Because what you want to sell doesn't mean anything if you don't know how to connect your brand with potential buyers. Right? You're just a hobbyist. You're just someone passionate about something, right? With the inability to sell. Not good. All right? So I want to share first off the importance of growing your very own social and your own online audience for yourself. Okay. That's like the first key to all of this. Is every single one of us, we are responsible for growing our audience on these social platforms. So can you now understand why, when my videos were only getting, a few views, why I knew that was not conducive to growth, why I knew I had to figure out some things. because that was not growing an audience. Like literally my subscriber growth was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. My views, embarrassing. When I realized if I don't grow an audience, right, the rest of my business can't be taken care of, I got serious about growing an audience. And this is what you need to know. It is easier now than ever to decide to grow an audience and to take responsibility for calling in your share of people that are out there on whatever platform you decide to use. And here's why. This should blow your mind, and you should walk away from here saying, I have no excuse not to go out there and get my share, because clearly there's plenty of people. So there's 5 billion active social media users in the world. 5 billion active social media users. And on average, they are spending 140 minutes a day. The average person spends 140 minutes a day on the social media platforms. Now that's increased by 257 million since last year. Y'all, the prospects of what's available to us is only increasing. It's only growing. So when it comes to you being online, are you wasting your time online? Or the time that you're spent, is it an investment into growing your bank account? Really important. Please write that down. Right? My husband always says, babe, I sent you a bunch of memes on Instagram. And I'm like, I don't go on Instagram. I have to intentionally go to Instagram to my messages just to see the memes that he sent me. I don't scroll. I'm not idle on the internet. I might as well go ahead and deactivate my Facebook because I don't scroll, right? And when I do scroll, I get very, very annoyed, right? Very, very annoyed because there's something I want to do about a lot of the misinformation I see. So are you wasting your time on social media? Or can you honestly say when you're on the socials, right, it is an investment into your business? Be honest with yourself. So by deciding to take advantage of the 5 billion active social media users out there, with the average person spending 140 minutes a day, like why are you not positioned to call in just a very, very, very small percentage of them, like a micro percentage of them, and to grow your own audience? When I got serious about that, right, that's exactly when, right, my business took off the way that I broke down to you earlier, is because first I got serious on growing my own audience. Now on YouTube alone has 2.7 billion active users every single month. Why I love YouTube so much is that this is where people come to get information, right, to make buying decisions, to validate what they're looking at. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Plenty of people making a killing on Instagram. But again, with all of those active users, not only are they there to laugh, but when we even think about just the make money online niche, that's my niche. It's only fair to assume that if people are there to laugh, if people are there to watch, if people are there to consume, that they also have an open mind around making money. So it's like no matter what niche you decide upon, there are always people on these platforms that might be there for another reason, but that are also open-minded or silently struggling with things. That if the right information was put in front of them by the right person, they would actually stop and begin to listen. So we have to decide, like, you understand, the people are out there. And if you were to sell my digital product, which allows you to earn $500 every single time you sell it, and you only want to make a modest 6 figures this year, that's only 200 customers. 200 customers buying directly from you. 200 people that discover you, learn about you, begin to like you, trust you, and buy from you. Why should that seem hard with so many people out there? Again, I think if more people understood that what's really stopping you is you, because The numbers support whatever result we want for ourselves. You realize that. But most people just don't have a plan. Most people just don't have the information. Most people just don't have the intel. Now, the projections for digital marketing. Okay, so I talked about social media, why we're using these platforms, because the people are already there. We're going to create the content, right, to call them in. We're going to build our email list, right, from the content that we create as we're calling people in. And a percentage of the people that watch our content, consume our content, join our email list, right, a small percentage of those people will actually become our customers. So you see how when you learn things in an organized way, process your business in an organized way, set your business up in an organized way, and then work that process in an organized way, and then trust that process, of course the money's got to drop. Of course the money's got to drop. So now when it comes to digital marketing, okay, first off, Forbes says it themselves that digital marketing is one of the hottest and rapidly growing industries. Like everyone, if they're wanting to get involved in business, like they should entertain the idea of digital marketing. And it's because virtually every business out there, they're leveraging digital marketing in some kind of way to grow their business. A lot of these brick and mortars are simply leveraging having a website for sales and email marketing. But that is still digital marketing. And isn't it amazing that everyday people like you and I can learn these very simple skills, never have to set up a brick and mortar business and run entire empires from the comfort of our home, change our financial situation from the comfort of our home, learn how to set up very simple websites and funnels from the comfort of our home, develop all of these skills and be able to, again, change our life from the comfort of our home. So it's predicted, digital marketing as an industry is predicted to grow beyond $700 billion by 2025, compared to $153 billion in 2022. Growth. You want to go where things are growing. There's no signs this is slowing down. So if you don't know what industry you want to be a part of, this just could be a really great industry that you decide to rep for, that you decide to build your brand around. And if you want to make money online selling anything, it's very clear, right, that you've got to learn digital marketing, or you're going to hire someone to do your digital marketing for you. And being that it's so hot, right, you're likely going to be charged a lot to have digital marketing done right for you. Now, the reason this digital marketing course is such a hot total opportunity is because we marry digital marketing and social media. We realize that people are already out there. We realize people have got to develop these skills. And when you marry these two, because they're all digital, it doesn't cost you a dime to go and grow an audience on your social media platform. And you only need one. Okay? You don't have to worry about trying to be omnipresent and trying to be all over the place. Okay? In this instance, you can get to 6 figures and beyond with one platform, but it's free. YouTube's free, Instagram's free, TikTok is free, Facebook is free, LinkedIn is free, live streaming is free. It's free. You can build an audience for free. So this as a business model, when we marry digital marketing and social media, very, very, very low overhead. Very, very low overhead. Very high return on investment. So it's like any money invested into getting your business going, the return on that is extremely high, right? So write this down, all right? So I invested let's just call it 500. It was actually less when I bought it, but $500 into this digital marketing course that's helped me refine my digital marketing skills, all right? If I paid for my marketing system, I would be paying $47 a month for my marketing system that completely runs my business. All right. It generates leads. It has my sales page. It has my order form. It collects my payments. It delivers a digital product. It hosts my email list. I'm allowed to send emails through it. My entire business is ran, right, for $47 a month. And because I sell this same digital marketing course as my own, all I had to do was invest in the course one time. And the first time that I sold it, right, I got my initial money back, and every single sale since is profit. Profit, because I don't have to replace anything. I don't have to reinvest my money to replace any products. So do you see the low overhead there? $47 a month, are you kidding me? And then $500 to learn all the skills you need to learn and have a ready-made digital product you can begin selling within days if you want to. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm going through the course again myself, and it does not take long to go through the course. It does not. You can literally, depending upon your time restraints and what you want to do and how fast you want to get through it, you literally can get through the first stage literally in a day if you wanted to. And then you can move quickly into your automation phase where you begin to learn about automation and tools and get your system set up. You get your money getting system set up to either begin to sell whatever it is you want to sell or to begin selling this course as your own. I just really believe anyone, even working a full-time job, like if I was working a full-time job, I could totally see having my business totally set up within a weekend. Right? A week max, literally. So the overhead is low and the return on investment is ridiculous. Okay? The only expenditure you have, which doesn't come out of your pocket, is per sale. And that's just the merchant fees, which on average is like $14.80 per $500 sale, or maybe $30.30 if someone pays through Klarna or Afterpay. So on average, right? $485, maybe $469. You see how I know my numbers? Once someone buys the course, that money is deposited directly into my bank account within just a couple of days, right? And because of my reputation with Stripe and PayPal both, right, the money's pretty much like instantly there within a day. That's the business that we have our hands on. It's like there's no excuse not to get yourself into money. These are the mindset hacks that when we really understand, we're like literally the ownership is on me. And that's how I felt about this course. I was so grateful that such information, I feel that this way every single day, that such information fell in my lap. How can I not get out there every single day and let people know what it's doing for me? Because I know a lot of people, they do need the proof. They do need like examples. Like they need to know that it's actually working. And you guys, here's the thing. It's not that the course is working for me. It's not. Because there's a lot of people that have the same course that are not doing anything with it. But I wanted this to work for me because I realized, number one, I needed to refine my own skills. I knew more people needed this. And I leveraged the information to help me create and build a better business for myself. So within the course, you're going to learn everything you need to learn about making money online and digital marketing. You're going to learn how to establish your niche, establish your vision, build your brand, build your messaging, create content, build your money getting system that's going to allow you to make sales 24/7, 365, build your email list 24/7, 365. You're going to learn how to drive traffic. You're going to learn Pinterest. You're going to learn Instagram. You're going to learn Facebook. You're going to learn TikTok. You're going to learn LinkedIn. You're going to learn YouTube. You don't have to learn them all, but they're all there available for you to actually learn from. Right? You're going to learn how to run your business, manage your business. You're going to learn how to make more money per customer. You're going to learn how to do affiliate marketing in a really, really smart way. Right? Like this, the way that my business is organized, I make more money in through affiliate marketing than I know a lot of people make trying to be intentional about affiliate marketing. Because affiliate marketing is built into me actually selling this course as my own. You learn that within the course. They'll teach you how to do affiliate marketing in such a way, again, where you can make many streams of income on the back end of selling this course. So I'm building a recurring business for myself, right? Without even like being intentional. I mean, clearly I'm intentional about it, but it's not my main focus. Once you have the information, you can do whatever you want with the information. Again, you can use it to sell anything you want to sell. You can use it to help you create your own digital products. If you have your own passions, if you have your own unique niche, you might not want to be in the money-making niche. Maybe you want to do health and wellness, right? Maybe you want to do personal development, relationships. Maybe you want to set up a coaching business. Maybe you want your own line of digital products, right? Whatever. You're going to learn how to have a business by design. And what I love about this course compared to a lot of other master resale right style courses out there is that we didn't decide to just teach what's hot right now, which everyone knows like Instagram is crazy hot. Not everybody wants to be on Instagram. So I love the fact that we've really stayed true to teaching the fundamentals, the tried and true that will forever be good. Because if you can learn what's actually in the course, even as ebbs and flows and things happen in your business, you're going to know how to fix them. You're going to know how to spot what's going wrong. You're going to learn how to start, grow, scale, everything in between. Like you're going to have the fundamentals, right? And the skills that will help you pay the bills, right? Forever moving forward. And that's what it's about. All of the tactics, right? All of the trendy stuff, you can layer that on if you want to. But the tried and true fundamentals, I am forever grateful that I knew to focus on that early on in my business without even knowing. I'm glad I was acquainted to it. The only thing I wish is that I would have been able to truly learn in this way, where it's like the big picture would have been available to me and then I could have literally learned step by step. Because here's the thing, when you're done with the course, if you like go all the way through it, you're gonna understand why all of these things are so important. You're gonna understand why you don't want to go a day without building your email list. You're gonna understand why you want to focus on growing your email list. Like you're not gonna have a lot of these questions where a lot of people have and they simply don't do because their mind is made up like email marketing is dead and that social media is where it's at. And no, you're gonna understand the bigger picture. And so you'll be able to come to your own conclusions around how to do things and why to do things in a certain way inside of your business. So literally, right? If you look at the thumbnail of this live stream, it said from 0 to 28K, which is crazy because just yesterday I sent an email out to my list and I talked about from 0 to $26,000 in reserves to just one day. Now it's 28,000 in reserves. Do you see what I'm saying? Where can a girl like me go and be able to level up like this? How can I not show up and make sure more people know what's at stake, right? Or what you have your hands on or why you want to get started? How can I not? So just imagine wherever you were in January. I started the year like most people, running my business to pay the bills for the next month. I had made a big pivot, right? Closed out my other business. And literally, I felt like I was starting from scratch in so many ways. One day I will be brave enough to really lock you in on my 2023 story. But it involved a lot of downsizing and it involved shifts. It involved a lot of things that were uncomfortable. Only for me to realize, okay, God, this is where you really have us. Like we're supposed to bite down and fight forward now. That's how I felt. And so that's what I did. And so when I came into January, I was like the average household out there. We were like the average household. Making the money for the month to pay the bills of that month and maybe the next month, maybe. To now, just to have 28,000 in reserves, bills paid, debt being paid off in chunks. Where else can we go to develop skills that will allow us to pave our own way, choose our own path, choose our own adventure, write our own checks. I don't care what anyone has to say about me sharing the financial results of my business, because every single dollar earned is at the high service of serving other people that want to make this real for themselves. You're spot on. I want people to know what's possible. You're spot on that I want people to know where I started the year and how in such a short span of time, getting serious about these skills has allowed me to level up, and not in a way of just grasping at money, right? But a true business that's been growing every single month. You're absolutely correct. I want more people to know this is possible. Not that it's just possible, but how it's possible. So being chaotic, having squirrel brain, being indecisive, I got to really say that to the ladies, right? Decide what it is that you want and just decide you're going to go for it. Like, that's really as simple as taking the first step is. And for me, the reason why I'm just not bashful to share financially what's happening is because it's only because other people shared financially what was happening to them, where I realized how big this game was. That's why I share stats like this. This game is big. And so when I saw other people out there winning financially, really, really big, and in very short spans of time, I didn't feel like I needed to be in competition. I felt like I needed to learn what they knew. I felt like I needed to do something different about my business, because I felt like I was just as good as they were, if not better, because I had been in this space for so long. But guess what? Having those thoughts, having those ideas serves nothing if you're not going to do something about it. And so I started looking at what was wrong about my business, not celebrating how great I thought I was and how inspiring I thought I was, and how if more people could just know, then I needed to get more people to just watch my content. Deciding to grow our businesses, change our finances, all of these things in a very short span of time, it's all backed by a simple decision. Again, knowing what it is that you want and simply deciding to go for it. So what happens when you invest in this course? Well, first off, it's a $500 investment one time. No monthly fees, no ongoing costs, $500 one time. We even give you the marketing system for free to get you started, right? You can begin to build your business. You can begin to make thousands of dollars by just simply leveraging the free marketing system. So literally, we talked about high return on investment. $500 and a domain name, if you don't already have one, is all that you need. So let's just call it $515. All right, can get you started. You'll get a 29 module course that's going to walk you through all things digital marketing and the business of online business, so that you can learn this stuff. You're going to learn how to get set up, right? So when you're done with the course, not only will you have a big expansive understanding on all of this, and you'll know more than most people know about making money online, but you'll also have your business set up. Right? You'll be able to start making money by selling your thing, whether it's this course or whether it's something else. You'll be all set up, ready to sell it. Y'all, I know people that have been online for years fumbling the ball. That does not have to be you. You can be through this course in a week if you want to, and then be set up to actually sell this course as your own and have the marketing know-how to start marketing your business. Like, who says it has to take you months and months and months to get your first sale? Who says that? If you learn how to market and promote and create content and do all of these things correctly, it does not have to take you that long. I'm proof of that. I made my first sale 3 days of being online when I first came online with far less information. But I understood I had to get myself out there. That's why I love this course. It allows you to get yourself out there very, very quickly if making money is your priority. For me, it was my priority because first off, like our financial situation was crappy when I started, but I needed that confidence. I needed to know this could work for me. So that was really the first monies was like a win. It was confidence builder. And then I just started building off of that. So you're going to learn how to get completely set up to sell. You're going to learn how to connect all your payment processors. You're going to learn how to accept payment plans through Afterpay and Klarna and even Affirm. You're going to learn how to build your own email list. You're going to learn all about email marketing. You're going to learn how to market, how to promote, how to grow your business. You're going to learn how to show up, how to be magnetic, how to message, how to create the right kind of content for your very specific ideal person. You're going to learn how to develop your ideal person. All the important things that we all need to know to make really good money online, you're going to learn. You're also going to have a license to sell this course as your own if you desire. And again, we help you get that set up inside of the course, right? So that you can begin to sell this. You're not on your own. All right. You also get access to my mentorship hub, which has additional resources, tools. You also get access to my money getting funnel. So if you want to use my funnel, you can use my funnel and just follow the instructions within the course to get it set up. All right, I have additional training in there as well, lessons, coaching, all kinds of stuff in there. You get access to office hours every single Tuesday to ask questions, get guidance, get feedback, and just to simply know that you are not in this all by yourself. You have questions, you get real answers, right? Personalized answers. You show up, I'm there for you. And then once a month, right, we do a deep dive training, which that training is this Monday. All right, well, we're going to talk about mastering you, your mind, and your business. It's something that everyone in business needs to know how to do. And I can honestly tell you that my business growth, direction, everything that's happened this year, it's because I've put a really strong emphasis in every single day I focus on mastering myself, mastering my mind, and mastering my business activities. And so on Monday, I'm going to do a really deep dive, right, to help the community, right, learn how to be this way in your business so that results become certain, right? Business doesn't have to be volatile. Business doesn't have to be an uncertainty. But all of those things we talked about, being unorganized, being chaotic, right? Being unpredictable, right? Not being reliable, not being loyal, right? Constantly changing. All of that comes from, right? Like an attitude of, right? Just trying to grasp at making money, throwing stuff out there and not getting organized in the way that we're approaching our business. And that's what this course allows you to do, is to get organized, to get centered, right? The Science of Getting Rich even talks about doing things in a certain way. Believe it or not, the results that each and every one of us have in our lives is because we chose to do things in a certain way. And our results in that area, it's indicative of the decisions and choices we made. I'm no one special to have gotten the results I've gotten through selling this digital marketing course. I just simply decided that I had to out with the old and I had to decide to do things differently. And that's what I show up to inspire and empower other people to step into for themselves, right? So I hope that I've been able to share with you like what this digital marketing course can do for you and how it's so much bigger than buying a course to sell the course. You can absolutely buy the course and decide to sell the course, right? That's exactly what I do. Right? But I would not be successful selling this course had I actually used the course, right? To refine my skills and get more organized with my overall business. And that's available to each and every one of you. It's available to you, right? And you literally can get started today. All right. So when you get started, you will get a welcome email from me. Make sure you hit reply on that welcome email so that I have the correct email to plug you into my mentorship community. I definitely want to make sure that you get access to the call this coming Monday, that you get access to office hours on Tuesday, right? And that you have everything, right, that you need to have access to, right, as a customer of mine. So I really hope that I am leaving you better. If you've had your eyes on this digital marketing course, or maybe you've been watching my success, watching my videos, right, and you just want to know, is this real? Right? Like I hope I've been able to open your eyes, not just to how the course is real, but how this wave is very, very much so real. And it's all backed by data. It's all backed by statistics, right? Like it's, again, I talked about this on Thursday. It's like, how many of us have said things like, I wish I could have, gotten in on Apple. I wish I could have gotten in on Microsoft, right? I wish I could have gotten in on Google. I wish I could have gotten in on Amazon. I wish I could have gotten in on Bitcoin when it was like 3 cents, right? Like all of these things, we all talk a big talk about, I wish I could have gotten in. But would you have gotten in? Because the likelihood is, whatever has you not taking action now would have been the same thing that would have had you not taking action on Google or all these other things. Right? So like literally you have someone in front of you now telling you the wave is real, the wave is happening. Average, ordinary people where it was never possible before, right? Or maybe we didn't know it was possible. We're making it possible. We're making sure more people know that entire empires are being built from the comfort of our homes. Financial lives are changing from the comfort of our homes, all because these digital marketing skills are now made available and crazy accessible for anyone that wants to learn it from A to Z. I remember years ago when it was like thousands of dollars, right, to learn social media marketing, thousands of dollars to learn how to create a digital product or how to create a course, thousands of dollars to learn how to run automation and create automated systems. Like you were spending thousands and thousands of dollars to learn individual skills and individual strategies. That's why I say we've made it accessible. So not only is this wave humongous, backed by stats, you got Forbes talking about it, high return on investment, low cost of entry, in this instance, $500, right? Crazy low overhead. Anyone can get themselves into money very, very quickly and never have to look back besides just to be able to say thank you, right? Thank you. Or thanking yourself, right? For being able to see the wave and deciding to jump on your surfboard to ride it. Y'all, that's the time we're in right now. You're either going to watch what's happening or you're going to be a part of what's happening. That's not cliche, but that's literally what we have our hands on. We can either be a part of, and again, that's why I decided to be a part of this, is because I saw average, everyday women that knew far less than I did, had been in this space far less than I was, completely changing their lives financially in time like that. And I was like, what am I waiting for? Why am I complicating this? Why am I trying to, again, I had to let a lot of my old outdated ways of thinking about making money online and what I was doing on YouTube. And I had to get on board with what is working now. And again, that's what this digital marketing course helped me to do. That's what being inspired by other people, right, allowed me to realize. Times have changed. And even at the age of 50, right, I was 49 when I made this pivot. An old dog can learn new tricks. It's like literally, you're either going to ride this wave or you're going to be wiped out by it. If you want to make money online, it literally is the only way to go. You've got to learn these skills. Not saying you got to promote the course, but you got to learn these skills. All right. I invite you at the very minimum, get this information in your hands, learn more about what you're going to learn more about this amazing master resale right license, learn how to get tapped in. And I do accept Afterpay and Klarna. Quite a few people recently have gotten started for as little, I think, $44 and some change, because depending upon what you may qualify with Afterpay and Klarna, right, that is one of the options, is a monthly payment plan of like $44, right? And so check it out, right? You never know what might be made available to you, right, to help you be able to get started right now. All right. I look so forward to seeing you inside of the community, getting to know you better and helping you on this amazing journey. Trust me when I say you want to get in now. My mentorship right now, everything I've talked about with my mentorship is comped, right? But I'm telling you, it's not always going to be that way, right? I have an anniversary coming up for me getting started in this industry. And I think there's going to probably be some really, really big things happening that month. And all I can tell you is those that are already here, right, are going to benefit big, right? Don't be on the outside looking in, right? And what's more important than that is decide just to get on the track of changing your life now. Like, where could you be had you gotten serious in January about all of this, right? Could you be experiencing what I'm experiencing? Why not? Why not? Could you be experiencing more than I'm experiencing? Why not? The fact is, at some point, each and every one of us have to decide, like, this is the day where I'm like drawing the line in the sand, or I'm putting my flag down, right? And I'm, again, biting down, moving forward from here, moving forward, right? When is that day going to be for you? And I want you to keep hearing that in your head until you decide, when is that day going to be for you? When you stop watching and you start riding this wave. So again, I hope that you're leaving better than when you came. Make sure you do subscribe if you're newer to my world, right? Click on notifications so that you are notified when I upload videos every Monday, when I go live on Thursdays and also on Saturday. And make sure you get the information in your hands. There's only one link down below, GoProWithSteph.com. Click on it, learn all about this course, decide to get inside, never look back except to say thank you. All right, have a fantastic weekend, you guys. And here's to your amazing success. It's right there for you. Take action.